May 2025, Andy and I visit Petra in Jordan. Somewhere in this mountainous rocky landscape, the ancient city of Petra has been hidden for well over 2,000 years. Very early in the morning, Andy and I, along with our trusty guide, seek out the secret entrance to this hidden city. This narrow chasm with its towering walls twists and turns for almost a mile, and you begin to wonder if you'll ever find the fabled lost city of Petra. And then, after what feels like an age of walking through this narrow crevice, you cannot fail to be impressed by your first glimpse of the beautifully preserved carving of a building called the Treasury, which in fact was not built at all, but carved from the solid rock of the mountains by the Lebanese. These originally nomadic people gave up their wandering ways and their goatskin tents hundreds of years BC to build this hidden city deep into the mountains. They carved these beautiful elaborate tombs for their royalty, but lived in simple caves themselves. The Nebateans were eventually displaced by the Romans sometime in the 1st century. Interestingly, this 8,000-seater amphitheatre predates the Roman invasion. The really clever bit was to bring water from a spring 5 miles away via a channel cut in the rocks, tapering at just 4 degrees. Some of the caves have deep cisterns dug into the rock floor just to store water. On our second day, we entered the city by what they call the back door, which is a 4-mile arduous climb up and over the mountains, climbing to almost 4,000 feet. I can now understand why this place was such a natural fortress. It served its purpose for many centuries as a safe haven on the cross-desert trading routes. In its heyday, it had over 20,000 residents and became very rich on their international trade. Eventually, the Nabateans, who were the ancient Arab people, were overrun by the Romans, who took charge of Petra. But a massive earthquake in AD 363 totally destroyed the irrigation and water system, making Petra uninhabitable. It then became known as the Lost City and was left undiscovered for the next 700 years. But by the time it was rediscovered, it was too late. The trade routes had all changed. There was now the possibility for goods to be transported by sea, so the camel trains were no longer in use. From then on, only a few Bedouins lived in the caves and kept their sheep there. But Petra lives on, recognized as one of the 7 wonders of the modern world, hosting over 1 million tourist visitors every year, although numbers are sadly down this year because of local wars. We eventually descend as far as the monastery, another impressive structure carved from the solid rock. It's now time to leave this amazing city and move on, but I am happy now, having achieved my ambition of visiting all the 7 wonders of the modern world. On our way home, we must travel through the modern city of Amman. This sprawling desert outpost is the capital of Jordan, and it also has its share of antiquity. With this vast amphitheatre and its smaller neighbouring Odeon,